Breaking news edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you as we have our first trade of the offseason. Joe Thuney is headed to the Chicago Bears in exchange for a 2026 fourth-round pick. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Let's break it all down for you of what is exactly going on. So the Chiefs, just last week, gave the franchise tag to Trey Smith. And then you knew there was going to have to be some tough decisions made for how exactly Kansas City would approach their offensive line situation going forward here. Joe Thuney, 32 years old, and what has been a common theme that we've seen from Brett Veach over the years, a couple of things, that they would rather get rid of a player a year too early than a year too late, and they don't like to give a third contract to a player, traditionally speaking. And both of those things fell in line here as Joe Thuney is expected to immediately get an extension from the Chicago Bears, which should pay him more than he would have made in Kansas City. And the Chiefs get some draft capital, and they get Joe Thuney off the books here. With that said, based on the performance that we saw from Joe Thuney in 2024, he had not shown that sign of fall off by any stretch of the imagination. Joe Thuney was very good this past season. He was named the team's MVP this year and played a critical role, moving to the left tackle position with all the uncertainty that we saw from this team. So, Joe Thuney, we appreciate you. I'm always going to be a Joe Thuney fan. This is not anything personal. He very well will be in the Ring of Honor one day. We wish him nothing but the best. Sad to see him go, but business is business. This is a decision where Brett Veach felt like this was in the best interest of this team, that Thuney's getting older here, that his play is potentially going to fall off at some point, and that the cost to keep him just wasn't worth it. And with the salary situation the Chiefs are in, I get it. I understand. What's your one-word reaction to this trade? I'll give you my one-word reaction here in just a bit. What is it for you guys? Weigh in, let us know. Folks, this is why you subscribe to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I was literally laying in bed about to wake up, and my phone is blowing up from my coworkers announcing the news. So immediately we made the YouTube short, brought the video, and we're going to go live here in just a bit on the Kansas City Chiefs Report, reacting to this news as well. And this is only the beginning of the offseason, my friends, as we're going to continue to bring you daily news and rumors, live shows throughout this free agency period, from trades to free agent signings, you name it, we're going to be all over it. It is going to be a lot of fun. And we are closing in on 70,000 subscribers on the channel. We're less than 400 away from reaching that next milestone. So as a thank you to us for bringing you all this content, even when I'm just rolling out of bed, the best thing you can do is subscribe to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Subscribe now for free for the latest happenings on your favorite team right here each and every day on the channel. We appreciate you. We thank you guys for all you do to support us right here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Subscribe now for free. You'll be glad you did. All right, so some more thoughts. My one-word reaction is, I'm going to hyphenate. I'm going to cheat here. It's go time. I'm going to go time here because here's what I mean, folks. Last year, Joe Thuney bailed out this offensive line big time, right? With what happened of the fact that he was able to move that left tackle spot and cover some of the issues that we saw there from the position. And you had this force to be reckoned with of the interior of the offensive line, the best interior offensive line in all of football last year, with Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, and Trey Smith. Now, you're going to break that group up. And what are you going to look like? Let's go. Let's see what happens. I'll say this. This is one of those things where I have to trust Brett Veach. And he's earned every right to gain our trust. But let's kind of look at the situation here. Here's what you're looking right now, okay? You put Trey Smith at right guard. He returns. Reid at center. Jawan Taylor at right tackle. I'm going to slide Kingsley in at left guard now. That's what it sounds like. And then the left tackle spot, probably sign a Ronnie Stanley, a Cam Robinson, something like that. I don't think that you'll draft somebody to play that position. But let's see. I don't know if it's going to work or not. And here's another thing to think about, okay? So we've seen that the Kansas City Chiefs, the last several years when it comes to this offensive line situation, that they've gotten pretty much everything right for the most part except the left tackle position. The message that I want to hear from Brett Veach, all right, that he needs to deliver, that he owes it to the Chiefs Kingdom is, all right, I'm giving up a sure thing at the left guard spot. And we're going to some uncertainty now, but I'm going to get the left tackle position right. And that's a position Brett Veach has not gotten right for 5+ years since Eric Fisher left town. That's what we need to hear from. If you're going to give us this uncertainty at left guard now, and I get it, comes with the territory of bring back Trey Smith and the franchise tag, then you better get the left tackle position right. Because we can't just be sitting here creating more problems all of a sudden now with not having solutions at left tackle and left guard at this point. Who won the trade? Was it the Chiefs or was it the Chicago Bears? Type KC for Chiefs, type CHI for the Chicago Bears. Weigh in the comments section and let us know. Folks, today's show is sponsored by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. Choose 2 or more players on any given category. Get the choice of more or less, whether you're talking fantasy points in football, rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey, all sorts of different categories to choose from. And it's real simple with PrizePicks. You just go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS, where you can turn $5 into $50. You don't even have to win to get the money. It's as simple as that. And you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Looking ahead to the start of the football season, I think DK Metcalf will have over 999.5 receiving yards. I think Patrick Mahomes has more than 27.5 passing touchdowns. If I put $20 down and those hit, that turns into $60 on PrizePicks. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Glad to have him on board here on today's program. So, you think about this. Patrick Mahomes is coming off a season where he was sacked more times than any other season in his career. He took a beating out there, and he still started 16 games. Obviously, he sat out the last game of the year against the Denver Broncos. And you did have that little ankle injury that took him out of the end of the Cleveland Browns game. But otherwise, Mahomes stayed pretty healthy all year. Here's another thing to think about, okay? So if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, and if you're Brett Veach, and he's saying we're trading Joe Thuney here, all right? Well, not only am I concerned about, obviously, the sack numbers going up and then the run game issues, what is Brett Veach going to do to protect his biggest asset in Patrick Mahomes? Now the job begins. And I've learned many times before, and don't get me wrong, I love Brett Veach. Where there's a Veach, there's a way. And Veach we trust. This is one where I just have to sit back and say, all right, Brett, do your thing. Because we have a few ideas that, okay, Kingsley goes to left guard. You replace with a veteran at the left tackle spot, but we don't know for certain what's going to go down. And we're just going to have to sit here and trust him. And his track record speaks for itself where he's earned our trust. So we'll see what they do. We'll have more on the channel. We're going to go live here in just a bit, so stay tuned for that as we continue with more coverage. Joe Thuney, head of the Chicago Bears. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Subscribe now to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. We'll see you in a bit with a lot more live reaction to this trade.